What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap, baby. Let's go, Lakers. Yes, sir. 2 flags for 2 dubs. Lakers get the job done. We beat the dirty Sons of you-know-what, man. I couldn't be happier with this one. You know why? Because these Suns have been dirty. They've taken the personality of Chris Paul, man. He's dirty. I get it. He's feisty. We're always trying to injure our players. Not even playing the basketball. Okay, and the Lakers still got it done. I want to get into the game right after I break this down, though. How come they get every ticky-tack foul and we struggle to get anything? And then, they have to debate when something's a flagrant, when he clearly didn't make a single play on the ball? It's funny because they were crying. Okay, the Phoenix Suns were crying about AD not being ejected for a jump shot where he accidentally hit accidentally hit Crowder in the groin. They were crying about that. Yeah, they're over here pushing and shoving and elbowing, chicken winging, doing all this BS, man. They don't know how to act like real men. I'm pissed off. I'm very pissed off at the way the dirty style that Phoenix Suns are playing, trying to injure our players. Did you see when Chris Paul pushed off on Kuzma and dropped him and then he got the foul call? Ridiculous, man. This is the dirtiest Suns team of all time. I gotta say it, but. Regardless, we're gonna let the flags fly, baby, because the Lakers are now 2-1 on the Phoenix Suns, just like I predicted. Home cooking, exactly what the doctors ordered. Second half, we took advantage of that size and that strength, and we killed these Suns, man. The Suns, Phoenix Suns, trash. All right, they're more like the Phoenix light bulbs, and that light bulb just went out. It's a wrap for them. All their little dirty antics are just gonna fire up LeBron and AD. And I told y'all AD was gonna dominate again. They kept calling them soft. I told y'all. All right, shout out to the Lakers, LeBron James and AD for doing a sensational job of taking over. Anthony Davis, 34 points, 11 rebounds, shooting 50% from the field. LeBron James, triple-double alert again, 21, 9, and 6. 20 for Dennis. Major props for Dennis Schroeder, man. You got to love the kid. The way he's been playing, I apologize to Dennis. I've been disrespecting him a lot lately. And I got to say, I'm very proud of the way he stepped up big time, man, just taking it to the Suns. They ain't got nothing for Dennis. Nothing. Not a single thing. Not one. There's nothing they can do about his speed and quickness, and he's staying aggressive. Okay, I absolutely am very proud of the way the Phoenix Suns have played. And I got to tell you, man, not the Phoenix Suns, I'm sorry, the Lakers. The way the Lakers have played in this game. And I got to tell you, we're still not at our peak. Okay, we're still not at our best because, obviously, our role players still not knocking down shots consistently. However, that does not matter. It doesn't matter because our superstars have been so phenomenal that we're not even, honestly, we're doing just fine. Just fine, okay? And we won by 14. This should have been a lot more. We got sloppy in the end. And we let the Suns come back, all right? Ratatouille started hitting some lucky shots, and they just came back. But the bottom line is we capitalized. Okay, we capitalized on both ends of the floor. We exploited our size the way we dominated. This is what I called for pregame. I said Lakers have to abuse in the paint. They have to dominate. They have to pulverize this team because this team ain't big enough. And sure enough, what did the Lakers do? Our three-point shot wasn't falling. We came out here and we started doing what? Dominating in the paint. We came out here and we started playing bully ball, and that's exactly what we have to do. He said, Kuzma, bruh. Kuzma didn't shoot well. Most of our role players didn't, but yeah, Kuzma got to shoot a lot better. I will say that. However, he did a lot of other good things. He played good defense, made some good passes, and second chance hustle rebounding. So it's not all bad for Kuz tonight, even though his shot needs to start falling. Wesley Matthews, though. What's up with Wes? What's up with Wes? Knocking down shots, playing excellent defense. You got to love the way that Wesley Matthews stepped up. And Alex Caruso, all right? Not to mention Drummond has been so much better. You got to be really, really excited about that, guys. That's a recipe for success. And I think, like I mentioned, what was my prediction after we lost game 1? I said, we're going to come back, beat them at their house. We did that. And we're going to come home and do some home cooking. We're going to win the next 2 games. I told you guys. All right? 30 play by Booker, SMH. Absolutely intel wild. Absolutely, bro. I mean, I told you guys, this is the reason I do not respect or like Devin Booker. He's a big-time crybaby, man. Big-time crybaby. At this point, I'm not even sure what's wrong with him. He's just pouting all the time. No, I don't know why people try to compare him to Kobe Bryant after he got that little, miserable 60-point game, 70-point game or whatever. He didn't even get the dub. Like, that's not impressive to me. Booker trash, man. I've been telling y'all, give me Bradley Beal. Give me a real hooper that's not always crying. It's not always trying to be dirty like Chris Paul. And give me somebody real. And they didn't do that. The Phoenix Suns don't have what it takes. I've been telling these fans really were out here being really disrespectful. Where are all the Phoenix Suns fans at now? The ones that were in my comment section. I told y'all. I hate to say it, but I told you after game one, y'all getting too happy, and it's going to happen again. Y'all just get it way over your heads. You don't know how to act when you get into the playoffs. He said, bravo, bravo. I told you Dennis is a baller. You were right. He is a baller. I mean, we knew he was a baller. That's not news, but he just needs to do it consistently, and we will praise him, and we will love Dennis if he plays like this. This is what we needed from Dennis Schroeder. This is why I get mad at him, because he's capable of this type of aggression and consistency. And if you notice the pattern, he hasn't been turning the ball over much. He still has one or two here or there. But basically, he's outplaying Chris Paul and Devin Booker with his aggression. Forget the numbers. My boy James said, hey, Dan, great win. The light bulb, no, this series is over, and now they pissed off the Lakers. Obviously, Lakers in 5. Where are the AD soft comments? Back to back. I try to tell him, bro, and thanks for the donation. I try to tell him, stop disrespecting my man AD. And the idiots that were saying, trade Anthony Davis, y'all ain't real fans. I told you, because when we're over here celebrating the parade again, we don't want y'all around, man. The Suns are trash. Absolutely, Britt. Absolutely. He said, Dan, it takes a big person to admit you was wrong about Dennis. I wasn't wrong about Dennis. I was right to be frustrated about Dennis's lack of productivity because you see what he's really capable of. And I said this, if he changes my mind in the playoffs, I'd be totally okay with giving him whatever he requires money-wise. But he has to change my mind. These last 2 games have been sensational by him. He has made a huge difference. So congrats. I'm always happy when my players play good. He's a Laker. I love Lakers. Now, I get on his head because this is what he's capable of. So I'm right. But you're right. I will give him credit when credit is due. That's just what I do. Pop the champagne just like last year, Dan. I got y'all, man. I'm ready. The celebration is coming. If we win another championship, or should I say when we win another championship, I got another track, another championship anthem. This one's going to be more lit because my production skills have gone up. So looking forward to it, man. Me and my boy Lonnie got a bunch of beats, man. We're working and working. So a lot of good stuff coming to the channel. He said both AD and Shooter are mental toughness now. He said Drummond has improved his mental too. The league is in trouble now, Lakers. And thanks for the donation, Kim. And here's the beautiful part. We're only going to get better as we go. I've been saying this. The further we get into the playoffs, the more dangerous we become. The Lakers showed us this last year. We started off the first game of every series struggling. We gauge the team, and we come back and punch them in the mouth. What did I say when Cameron Payne was celebrating? I said, keep that same energy, punk. Keep that same energy. He said, Lakers in 5, Dan, and I'm an OKC fan. That's what I'm talking about. Real fans out there that know the game and give credit where credit is due. Dan, can you give my girl a shout-out? Roxanne? Shout out to Roxanne. Absolutely, man. Major props to Roxanne. Shout out to you guys for watching the game and for tuning into the channel, man. Much love. He said, Lakers in 5, Dan. Oh, I already read that one. He says, sub DTLF, question for you. Coach Vogel bringing in Jared Dudley. If the Suns want to play dirty, let Dudley go off on Jae Crowder's punk ass. Hey, it's only fair, right? That's not our style, bro. We're not a dirty team. We're a skillful team. We make them cry and pout on the court. What LeBron was doing, bullying, dominating, that really got under Devin Booker's skin because he's soft, man. Devin Booker's soft as tissue. Been telling y'all for years, I don't like the kid's energy. He's a dirty player. He's trash. I'm glad he got ejected. Bye-bye, Booker. Bye-bye. And for all the fans that wanted him on the Lakers, we don't want that scrub. Give me Bradley Beal, a real hooper who's underrated because he plays in Washington, than an overrated, Devin Booker. He only had a good season because Chris Paul was the leader. That's it. That is it. I'm not impressed by his season. Devin Booker he's a one-way player, one-dimensional. He's really a shooter. He gets cooked on the defensive end. He's no Klay Thompson. At least Klay Thompson holds his own on the defensive end. He's a glory. You know what Devin Booker is? He's a glorified Kyle Korver. Yeah, I said it, with better handles. Okay? He's a rich man's Kyle Korver. I'm not impressed. Get out of here. And Jae Crowder is super trash with his flopping, man. Since the game started, I couldn't believe they got that call when he shot the 3 and flopped and kicked Anthony Davis in the shin, and they called a foul on us. And I was mad Frank Vogel challenged that play because I knew that we could have used that down the stretch. It's always too early to do it in the first quarter, in my opinion. He said, hey, Dan, do you think the league will fine Booker for that push or even get suspended? What are your thoughts on this? No, they always get off easy when it's against the Lakers. When it's versus the Lakers, They want to investigate a groin kick that was accidental. Like, Anthony Davis was clearly just shooting the ball. And the Suns were out here trying to cry, man. You know? He said he ain't Kobe wannabe. Absolutely not. Not even close to Kobe. No, 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 no. There's really no comparison there. There's no Kobe in the league, man. I hate it when they compare. There's only one Kobe. There will always only be one Kobe. Just like when they compare Luka to LeBron, two completely different players. One is all strength and athleticism. The other one's more basketball IQ and jump shooting and just finesse. So two different players. The comparisons are lazy, in my opinion. Some comparisons from time to time are good, but a lot of these comparisons are lazy. Like, Luka is not the next LeBron. Luka is the next Luka. All right, he's closer to Larry Bird than he is to LeBron James. Facts. And as far as Devin Booker, Kobe, come on, man. He's a glorified Michael Redd. That's what Devin Booker is. And anybody that says otherwise, argue, wow, I don't want to hear it. Michael Redd at least wasn't 30, all right? Michael Redd could go off too, but Michael Redd wasn't a defender. Well, actually, Michael Redd's a better defender than Dev. So, I'm not even surprised. I'm not surprised at all that Devin Booker would cry and push and shove. He didn't even make a play on the ball. How despicable, how lame do you have to be down 14 points and try to injure one of our guards, bro, just because you're getting cooked by him? Like, what the heck is your problem, Dev? I lost all respect. If I had any, I don't think I had any to come into the series, but I lost any respect I have, for this punk. He said they were pushing to AD2 while he was in the air. They keep trying to injure us. I don't get it. Like, is this like a league conspiracy thing where they know they're not going to beat us, so they're trying to injure us for the next series? Like, what's the plan here? What are you getting out of trying to injure our superstars, bro? You're still going to lose. We got too much firepower, and our role players still haven't even showed up completely. Kuz is still off. Wesley Matthews showed up today, but KCP, prayers up for KCP, man. I hope he's all right. He didn't come back in this game, but I think he's going to, sooner or later, he's going to come along. I know. He's a Lakers in 5, hashtag gentleman sweep. Thanks so much for the donation, Falcons fan. I hope so, but I had the Lakers in 5 or 6, either give or take. But yeah, I believe they could do it in 5 for sure. He said Jae Crowder hated LeBron even when he was on the Cavaliers with him. He said he is a nasty, jealous, low man. Yeah, I can't stand Jae Crowder. There was a rumor a couple of seasons back that we were interested in acquiring. I was like, no, please don't bring Jae Crowder. I can't stand that man. I can't stand that man. He said, Bro Wadis is mad as hell right now. That guy's, man, I told all he's good at is pouting, all right? That guy, I've seen his old videos. All he does is punches the air and breaks TVs. Nobody's impressed, bro. Your basketball IQ is like this. This man was crying about they weren't scared about us or whatever. We're coming in injured. And then when Chris Paul got injured by his own teammate, Cam, he's going to say, oh, you guys got lucky. He got injured. Like, bro, we've been playing injured. We've been playing injured. Like, what are you? Thank you for your time. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for y'all time and y'all support. My boy said, thank you, Dan, for what you are doing. For all the Lakers fans, I watch every video that you do. He said, I get all my sources from you. I don't trust ESPN or Fox for that fact. They are all Lakers haters. I appreciate that, Juan. Thank you so much, bro. And, this is our channel, man. Because they hate us so much, I wanted to create a platform where Laker fans could truly get real basketball facts. Like, I've never lied to you guys and told you we were contenders when we weren't. But when we are, you don't even tune in over there because they're not going to give us the credit. Like, I don't even know what TNT is saying right now, but I'm sure they're not giving us credit. They never do. They're probably going to blame it all on the Chris Paul injury. But hello, we've been injured since we came into the series. Like, what are y'all talking about? What are they talking about? He said, F Fox and ESPN. Absolutely. He said, Booker is such a crybaby. I've been preaching that for a long time. I've actually had arguments with friends about Devin Booker. He's not who they think he is. He really isn't. Like, I don't get where the praise came from. I guess one good 70-point game where he didn't even get a dub, but he's never really done anything impressive for me in his career other than score and meaningless games. He said, I thought we played pretty good, DTLF. Much love, bro. Man, he said, F Devin Booker and Jae Crowder. He said, we don't need Devin Booker. He's a crybaby. I'd rather have Dame Dollar, Bradley Beal, or Levine or Booker or over Booker. I agree, bro. And thanks so much. I 110% agree. There's certain players I cannot stand, and Devin is one of them for the same reason, because if he doesn't get his way, and he gets a lot of ticky-tack foul calls. He gets a lot of them that aren't even foul calls. Did you see the one where he tried to blow by AD and he lost the ball and they called it a foul? AD was like this. What do they expect? But Dan, what did Devin Booker do tonight? He got locked up tonight. So major credit. See, KCP might not be scoring, but we have to give KCP credit for his excellent defense. He held Devin Booker to 19 points, and I told you guys, key to tonight's game, keeping Devin Booker under 30. We did that. DeAndre Ayton still balled out with 22, but that didn't matter because your boy Anthony Davis, the unibrow, the one they love to call soft when he has bad games, the one they love to trash and say trade him, Anthony Davis, again, put some respect on a man's name. He's a champion for a reason. He already proved himself. He don't need to prove himself to the fair weathers, man. Anthony Davis is one of the GOATs in the making. All right? I'll take AD over Giannis. I don't care how strong Giannis is. I'll take AD's skill. Did you see the way he was finishing around the basket? Off of one leg because he almost hyperextended his knee when he hit the when he blocked Devin Softy's shot. So, I absolutely love the way Anthony Davis played. And this is why I say this. I said this pregame. We need to attack the rack. We got the size advantage at almost every position. If we just take advantage of that, it's a wrap. And what did the Lakers do? It's almost like they watched my video pregame because that's exactly what they did in the second half. We played with our food in the first half. We let them think they had a chance. And then in the second half, we took over. Lakers are just that good. We toy with our food. Vincent, appreciate you, bro. You said commentators will say Dirty Paul is not 100%. That's what I'm saying. What about us? Most of those attacks that LeBron had tonight at the rim would have been dunks if he was healthy. Instead, it was still impressive. The layup package, the jelly he put on that reverse layup over both Ayton and Crowder was disgusting off the spin move. That is what makes GOATs. Moves like that, battling through injury, nothing but props to the king, man. I salute you, King. Keep doing you, man. Absolutely love LeBron James. He continues to carve out his niche for the Lakers. His jersey will hang in the rafters alongside Kobe's, alongside Shaq's, alongside Kareem's. He is a Laker legend. And I feel Anthony Davis will too. Absolutely. Because Dan, I was a little worried since Foster was the ref, has always had an agenda against the Lakers. He was calling some whack fouls on the Lakers. But that's just the thing, guys. The whole year we've been going through this BS. And you would think that in the playoffs they would let them play. But no, not when it comes to the Lakers, man. They can get away with so much, and we can't even stare at a player wrong or it's a flagrant. So what the Lakers have to do is just strap down, put their heads down, and attack. Don't worry about what the officials are calling. We're too strong for these bums. They're going to get so frustrated, they're going to do exactly what Devin Booker did to Dennis because they can't keep up with his speed. They can't keep up with our size. They can't keep up with our skill and our depth. They're going to start pushing, shoving, crying, and pouting. That's all that Phoenix is good for. Nothing else. Omar said, Dan, how do you feel about the Lakers winning in Staples while the Flippers got butchered by Dirk's brainchild? It's truly our city and our arena. Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised, brother. It's a beautiful thing. And you know what? I'm going to be watching that Mavericks game. And, yeah, I don't say Clippers game. I always say Mavericks game because if the Mavericks weren't up, I wouldn't be watching right now. Simple as that. And I can't wait for tomorrow. Both those games are going to be epic, man. The Knicks versus the Hawks, all right? They're back in Atlanta. That's going to be fun to watch. And now the Flippers are headed over to Dallas's home where they're going to play even better. So if they can get this win, it's a wrap. All right, no matter whatever happens the next couple of games, it's a wrap for the Clippers. And I look forward to covering and breaking down the demise. So you guys might see me here for the post-game recap, especially if Dallas wins. Now, if the Clippers win, I don't want to talk about it. Nobody cares. The world doesn't want to hear that, right? Y'all don't want to see me on here live talking about the Clippers if they win. Nobody cares about that. We all want to see them fail because they have always failed and they have always been cocky. They don't humble themselves. Okay, so I will be right here in the post-game recap if my boy Luka is able to go up 3-0 tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it, man. Let's go, Mavs Nation. Yes, sir. Tomorrow, just for tomorrow, I'm going to be a part-time Mavericks fan. So I'll be rooting for y'all heavy, man. Shout out to all the role players. Hopefully, Kristaps steps up. If he can hit some threes and just get at least 20 points and a couple of block shots, I think you guys will get victory. Not to mention Tim Hardaway Jr., who's been excellent. And if Josh Richardson can chip in like he used to in Miami, I'd love that too, man. So let's see if Dorian Finney and all these cats can knock down their open shots at home in front of the home crowd. By the way, beautiful game, man, in front of Staples Center, but we need to get louder. The next game, I want more energy. If anybody's going to Staples for the next game, okay, and you guys are watching this video, please, for Laker Nation, I want to hear my TV screen bleeding, man. I want y'all to burst the speakers on the TV screen because I kid you not, I had my volume on 100, and the crowd wasn't as loud as I thought it would be. Maybe because there's only 7,500, right, fans or whatever. But we still need the crowd to sound like 14 to 30. We need the crowd to sound like 14 or 30 kids. I promise you, if I was there, I'd be losing my voice from how loud I'm screaming. So, I love Laker Nation. They got loud when we took the lead in the second half and we went off. But we need that same energy the whole game, from the start to finish, to put pressure on these clowns that actually think they have a chance. He said, Dan, did you see the Knicks fan try to spit on Trae Young? Yeah, bro, it's despicable. It's disgusting. There's no room for people like that in the world. Those people should be put down, man. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, disgusting individuals that spitting is one of the most cowardly things you can do. And it just, to me, anybody who spits on somebody, no matter what the occasion is, it just shows me that you're a piece of crap. All right. And that's just how I feel about it. Hopefully they're watching this video. I know they're not. But if they are, you ever spit on somebody, you're a piece of crap. And that's just keep it rated G. He said, Dan, Dan, your TV sucks. That ish was loud AF. No, my TV does not suck, and I have surround sound. I needed to get louder. Did you hear Madison Square Garden yesterday? And I get it. The disparity in fans is different, but I need it much louder, man, especially from start to finish. I don't need it louder in the second half when we take the lead. I need it loud when they're shooting free throws. I need it loud when they're going up for layups on the defensive end. I need it loud at all times, man. We need to be more intense. I know we're capable of more than that, man. And we have the best fans in the world. It's just that now we got to scream for three. 1 for 3 deal. That 7,500 has to sound more like 22,000, and that's all we have to do, man. That's all. I know it's going to be a tall task now. I'm asking a lot from my Laker fellow fans. I love them to death. I'm asking a lot, but we need to get louder. I want my TV screen. I want my speakers to blow up from the loudness, and we're capable. We are capable. He said the stadium looked empty. It wasn't empty, man, but California mandates that we can't put, over the limit of 7,500 fans. So who knows when they're going to lift that, but we really need to fill up that arena, man, because I want to see Staples rocking, just like I know we're capable of. He said that AD dunk would have been crazy. Bro, hey, by the way, the lob from Kuz to AD, and he clocked that back and dunked. I was going nuts because, Kuz has gotten so much better, man, at reading the court. Now, his shot was off, but his passing wasn't. His defense was solid as well. And when he lobbed that ball to AD, I was like, there you go, man. That's what I love to see. And we got our boy AD going. He is the key to this series. He's the best player right now because LeBron's injured. And so Anthony Davis is the key, and we have to play through him because right now he's really aggressive. He has to keep doing that. He's the most skilled big man in the game when he's not settling for jump shots. And the best part about it is when he's playing from the inside and he gets a rhythm going, getting to the free throw line, finishing at the basket, all this good stuff, now his jump shot is falling. And that's when he becomes a jack of all trades and a master of all those trades. So, I can't wait, man. He's going to keep cooking them. How do you think LeBron went? How did he look? Is that what you're asking me? I thought LeBron was very solid considering, he's still injured. But I love the way he orchestrates and facilitates the game and just controls the tempo. It's funny how the whole game they're over here praising Chris Paul and how he's a floor general, right? TNT at the halftime report, I saw them praising Chris Paul and how he's a floor general. But LeBron James is the best point guard since Magic Johnson, and he's not even at the position. So he said, bro, where can I buy the shirt? It was a gift by my brother Mookie, man. So I'm not sure, but if you follow me on Twitter and you follow him, maybe you can ask him. He said, how about Marc Gasol? How about Marc Gasol's defense on Ayton? I thought Marc Gasol has been phenomenal from the moment he's been inserted. And again, I got to give Frank Vogel major props for making the adjustment after game 1 because Trez was getting cooked at the 5. However, Trez still needs to play. Montrezl Harrell still needs to play. Okay? I don't care what you put him at the 3, put him at the 4, wherever. Just don't put him at the 5. Put him anywhere else. But he needs to see the court because his energy is contagious. All right, he's a hustle player with a lot of skill around the basket, and I'm sure he can coexist with Marc Gasol. That's not a problem. So coach has to find a way. Coach has to find a way to throw him out there. At least even if it's 10, 15 minutes a game, throw him out there. He said, Dan, Genie needs to promise the fans more than tacos, and they will be louder, LOL. Nonsense, Armando. If I was at Staples Center, I wouldn't have been able to make a post-game recap because I would have lost my voice. No cap. I would have been out here just every play, man, especially on the defensive end when they're playing defense, yelling, defense. I would have been out there, bro. You should have seen me when I was at the game. Fans were getting involved around me because I was out here chanting. So they all started getting involved. You can really move a crowd. One fan can start a trend. Just like in New York when they started saying Trey Zabaldi, all it takes is one or two fans to start the chant, and everybody gets involved. So if you, like I said, if you're watching this video, love Laker Nation, best fans in the world, 7,500 or 22,000 doesn't matter. We have to be the loudest out there, and we got to be the proudest out there. He said, for some strange reason, there was more people in the playing tournament than tonight's game. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they assemble it like that, where you can't get close to the players. Maybe it's a California rule or something. But I wish, you know what I would do if I was Genie? Everybody who bought the tickets that they couldn't afford floor seats or whatever, I'd move them down so they could be louder, closer to the court. And I'd upgrade their seats. You know, everybody, whoever didn't buy seats, all those empty seats, I'd fill those up if I was Genie. What do you guys think of that idea? I would, you know, this is just what I would do strictly because all those empty gap spaces, I would love to fill them out. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe California doesn't allow that. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, man, I just wish there was a way to put the crowd closer to the court so that the players can feel the impact. He said, y tu mamá también said, I've been following your channel for 3 years, and I know you've been grinding this channel. It's nice to see it flourish to what it is today. Much love. Thank you so much, man. Much love. Right back to you, man. Hard work pays off. I know it's a cliche. I know I say it a lot, but it really does, man. I'm truly blessed to have you guys in my corner. So thank you for that, bro. That's really nice. He said, no dude said the Lakers don't have the best fans. Who? Yeah. I don't know who said that. Whoever said the Lakers don't have the best fans is tripping. They just big man. He said, hey, Dan, I love your shirt. Thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. It was a great gift. You guys have spoiled me on this channel. So thanks again to my boy Mookie for the shirt, man. I just had to throw it on today. I felt like being petty, and so I threw it on. And on the back, it says 17 and counting, and has all the banners. So this shirt is even cooler than you think. He said, Dan, do you think Devin Booker should be suspended one game? That's Bush League. Honestly, by today's standards, I would say yes, because today's league is soft. But if we were playing my style of basketball, the way I wish it was officiated, I'd say no, because the foul, even though it was malicious and everything, it didn't injure nobody, and it wasn't too hard per se. But it is dangerous, because when you push somebody and they're in the air, anybody knows you can go out of control, especially when you're a high flyer. So at the end of the day, there's no room for that type of malicious. I feel like anybody who makes a play on anything other than the basketball automatically should get a flagrant 2, automatically, you know, and be ejected. That way you can take that maliciousness out of the game. Because Booker and Crowder and Crawfish and Garbage and Chris Paul, all these clowns out here just not even playing the ball shouldn't be in the game. Because if you're not going to use your skill to play basketball, you're going to use dirty play and, you know, foul play and stuff. There's no room in the game for it at all. Because I love Montrez not crying about not getting minutes. Great team chemistry. I love it too, man. But I would absolutely love it if he got minutes, because he deserves to be on the court. He's one of the hardest workers in the NBA, not just on the Lakers. And I don't get the love-hate relationship between coach and him, and why he can't get consistent minutes. I don't understand that. He said, man, you can see the bias, Dan, with the calls. It's ridiculous, isn't it, William? It's ridiculous. My boy Omar said Denver won. Dang, that's crazy. I still think that they have what it takes, Portland, to win the series. But before I came over here to make this video, I was watching it with my brothers in the living room, and I saw role players like Austin Rivers going off. That's a recipe for disaster. He said, oh, okay, how nice was it tonight that we have fans back at Staples Center and the Lakers get a very nice playoff win in front of Laker Nation? It was amazing, bro. This is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. And I know as the crowd increases, it's only going to get more epic. So I understand. We got the best fans in the world. There was a limit on how many can be in there, but I still want them to get louder because I know they're capable of it, man. He said, Lakers showing they're finding their rhythm and getting better, looking scary. He said, the Suns are about to get set. About to set. He said, get it, sunset. I like that, bro. The Suns are about to set. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And not only that, you know, but the Lakers defense has been phenomenal. Okay, we have to give the defense, we absolutely have to give the defense credit, because this is how you win championships. And this is why I've been harping on how great the defense has been all season long, because even with the injuries, we were number 1 rated, and you're starting to see that now. Andrea says, Dan, thank you for the show. I always watch before the games. Thank you, brother. Appreciate your support, man. And my bro, Jeremy Slade with the 25 piece. Thank you, man. He said, appreciate you, bro. He said, can't wait to be one of your sponsors next season. He said, thanks for the follow back on IG. Multiple business CEO. He said, I own a luxury fashion brand. He said, at Janet and Slade. Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. He said, Lakers entrepreneurs support Dan and his platform. And I support y'all, man. Hey, game recognizes game. The grind is real. Any business owners have my respect. I always tell youngins who follow me, and I even talk to them on the phone sometimes. You know, I exchange numbers with some of my fans that I now call friends. You know, I have some young friends around, and I tell them, you know, they're embarking on a journey, starting work. I tell them, save some money to the side, man. Start your own business, become your own man, because that is really where it's all at. You know, when you can schedule yourself however you want. For example, you know, for those people that work for the man and have to miss playoff games, it sucks. I've been there. I put in my dues, you know, for years. I've been working since I was 16. So, and even before that, I was doing manual labor with family and friends, even before I was 16. So I've always been a grinder. And one thing you realize, man, and I wish I knew this when I was younger, is to start your business as soon as possible. Don't be afraid of failure. Like Kobe says, man, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And there's not really ever any such thing as failure. There's only learning, okay? When you don't succeed, you learn from it, and then you try again till you succeed. Eventually, something will stick. So thanks for the kind, encouraging words, man. I commend you and your girl on the business, and thanks for the donation as always, man. The love you guys show me is second to none, man. So seriously, God bless you guys. And I really look up to anybody who is doing their own thing and being their own boss, because that to me is dope as heck. That's the only way to live life, really. The sooner you find that out and you get out of the system that is working for the man, the better off you are, man. Now, don't get it twisted. Some jobs are too good to give up. You know what I'm saying? If you're one of these young cats, you work at Foot Locker and you get all them 50% discounts. Hey, man, there's many ways you can hustle on the side. You know, make bread off of selling shoes and just collect shoes. There's cool perks to certain jobs, but everything good officially comes to an end until you establish yourself in a business. So thanks so much, brother, once again. And thank you, man. Thanks for I can't thank you guys enough. Yeah, Dan, how do we get Luka to the Lakers? Whoo, bro, that sounds like a tall task, especially right now. Remember, the collective bargaining agreement forbids teams from signing first-time free agents. So when Luka becomes a free agent for the first time in a couple years, he's going to be restricted. You better bet your ass Dallas is going to match everything. Who wouldn't, right? So there's no way you can get him at least for the next 5 years or so until he gets a second free agency contract and he becomes a second-time free agent, like an official unrestricted free agent. That would be the only way. But it's too early to tell, man. Right now, we don't know what the future is going to look like, nor do we care, because right now we're focused on this, the present. Anthony Davis going off, LeBron James superstar, role players like Wesley Matthews stepping up, like I told y'all he would. And so you gotta love the team as it's currently constructed. We're worried about the future in the future. Y'all got me for that. I'll break it all down for you guys in the future. Don't worry about it. He said, would be nice to see Harold and THT get some playing time in the playoffs. You know what I think about Frank Vogel? I've come to realize he has a pattern to substitutions, okay? I've noticed that he'll throw out certain players like the first game or the second game, but if they struggle, he'll yank them out and remove them for the rest of the playoffs. Like THT was struggling his first game. We haven't seen him since. Montrezl Harrell struggled the first game. Haven't seen him since. So coach will make the adjustments, but I do expect to see them at some point in the second round or here late in the series. If we go up 3-1, you might see him in the final closeout game, especially if we get a large lead. So coach is in the playoffs. He's a different coach in regular season. And I will give him props because it's worked. It worked last year, and it's working this year. We're up 2-1 on the Suns right now after falling 0-1. So adjustments is key. Coach is making them. I might not like all his moves, but at least he's making some good moves. Like Marcus Gasol playing is the right move. His size versus DeAndre has really helped. You know, every time DeAndre was eaten and Drummond couldn't contain him, and we went to Gasol, he kind of slowed him down for a couple of plays. So it's all gravy, man. You got to love the way the Lakers are making those little adjustments, and there's more to come. Trust me. We have to find a way to slow down Cameron Payne. Yes, Ratatouille keeps killing us, and we have to find a way to shut him off because you don't want to give him any life, you know. And the way the Zebra's been calling these games, you just never know. Game 3, they're going to come out with an extra passion, extra fiery, and we have to match that intensity. and we also have to make the adjustments. Like I said, our role players have to be better than theirs. So I'm so happy Wesley Matthews stepped up, Alex Caruso stepped up, Drummond and Dennis again, along with AD and LeBron. But we need more than 6 effective players to really hit our full stride. We need at least 8 effective players. So Kuz got to come on board. Who else? KCP got to come on board. Anybody who hits the floor has to come on board. And that's all I expect the role players to get better. But congratulations to the superstars. They're really making that paycheck. They're really earning that living. And this is why they're superstars, because they're superb and these type of games, even when the role players are not. He said, how do you feel about Crowder? LeBron sunned him. Eddie, I love it. And by the way, that's my brother's name, Eddie. I loved it, man. It reminds me so much of Kobe Bryant with his greatness. Not his style of play, but his greatness. Like, even Kobe, when he was injured, it didn't matter, man. He would be toying with the opponents just like LeBron is. So this is why I say that's the Trinity right there. You got Jordan, you got Kobe, and you got LeBron. And those kind of players don't come around very often. So Laker fans and LeBron fans, enjoy him. Enjoy him while we have him, because he's a truly phenomenal, special talent. I was just telling my brother how special this kid is. Like, wow, we are blessed as Laker fans to have that. And sometimes I think we're so spoiled that we might take that for granted. I see comments here and there that when one of these 2 star players have a bad game, they start trashing them immediately. I'm like, relax. They're superstars. They will make the adjustments. And a 7-game series, ain't nobody in the world beating us as long as we're healthy. And even though we're not healthy, still taking it right to these, Phoenix light bulbs. They ain't the Suns. The Suns are too hot. They're the Phoenix light bulbs, all right? I don't like Crowder either. They're all dirty. Kuzma with that hustle, though. That's what I'm saying, Kim, and that's the beauty of it. See, high basketball IQ fans like yourself notice the good things. The bad ones were telling me already in the game. Oh, we got to trash Kuzma after the game. It's like, no. Bad shooting games, all right? The whole series has been bad for him so far shooting. But he's still got plenty of time to redeem himself there. Defensively, he's solid. Playmaking, he's solid. Hustle. If the shot ain't falling, you got to find a way to impact the game other ways, and Kuzma has done that. So you got to give him props as well. He said, Booker, he is dirty at ASF. I've been saying it even before we faced Phoenix. You guys remember? I've been telling you about this Devin Booker kid, even when we started it. He said, Dan, I love the reaction from the bench when LeBron James handled the ball to post up. It's low. The team chemistry's there. I know right about now, Rondo's looking across the hall, and he's like, man, why did I leave the Lakers? The money wasn't worth it. I'm not happy. I heard reports that Rondo was chewing out the Clippers, so I hope this is true because they deserve to be chewed out. And, it's unfortunate, but, this is where the team chemistry is at. This is where this is how championships are won. And one thing you have to give LeBron extreme credit for is everywhere he goes, he just forms a bond with these players, okay? No matter what the age difference is. He's been doing this since he was young. Him and is Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Boobie Gibson, and those guys were great friends over the years. He went over to Miami, Wade Bosch, Birdman, Chris Anderson, and all these guys were friends over the years. Then he went over to Cleveland, and he tried to be friends with most of those guys. Kyrie was just different. But, he tried to have a knit group with Kyrie, JR, Kevin Love, all these cats, Tristan Thompson. And now he comes to the Lakers and he forms a tight bond with Anthony Davis primarily. He forms a tight bond with KCP, with Kyle Kuzma, with all these players. He just brings them in, and that's what you call leadership. Because in the end of the day, if you're not a leader and you yell at a player like KCP, let's just say Kawhi Leonard or Paul George would have yelled at Markieff Morris. That could have went south real quick because they're not real leaders. And the difference between LeBron and these players is LeBron builds that relationship to the point where they're close. And when you have those little standouts where LeBron yells at them, they understand that, it's with good intent. It ain't to put them down, it's to pick them up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between good leadership and no leadership. Mike, my brother Mike says it's over for the Suns. Oh, it was over. It was over before it started. And the fact that the Phoenix Suns crowd was chanting slurs to LeBron, I said, ooh, after game 1, they thought they were real happy with that one win. They thought they won the championship. I was like, oh, wait till you see what LeBron and AD do. And sure enough, what have LeBron and AD been doing? Matter of fact, the little friendship between Chris Paul and LeBron has ended. Did you guys notice when Chris Paul tripped Kyle Kuzma, he tried to fake pick up Kyle Kuzma so that there's no sort of tension or that our players get diffused. This is like psychological warfare. because when you trip somebody and the player gets upset, they're going to play hard. Like, he tried to diffuse that, but LeBron said no to Chris Paul and picked up Kuz himself. That's leadership. That's the fire that, you know, they lit up in LeBron, and this is the reason he's coming out here proving with something to prove. He said, Dan, do you think the Lakers should explore AD for Steph straight up? Oh, my God. Stop it. Not talking trades, not disrespecting our superstars. It's disrespectful. Anthony Davis is a defending champion, man. Stop trying to put him in trade packages. Enjoy him. He went back-to-back 34-point games and dominated after AD had his way with him game one. I don't want anything else from a superstar. You know, I don't. By the way, why you guys want Steph Curry so bad? Okay, he can shoot threes. He sucks on defense. Okay, he tends to disappear from time to time. And, you know, there's so many other players you can get without trading AD anyways. No, thank you. I'm good on Curry. Curry has about 2 to 3 good years left on his contract. On his career before, you know, I feel like he'll start slowing down. As far as Anthony Davis, he's still 28, last I checked. So he said, I hate Jae Crowder. He said, thank you, my brother Dan. Got you, William. I got you, bro. He said, exactly. Curry is old. People just, Curry had a great season. Congratulations. He didn't make the playoffs. If he was that great, he would have made the playoffs. Okay. Juan said, thank you. I would never trade an amazing player. People just tend to take certain players for granted. I don't get it, man. You know, social media wasn't available during the Shaq and Kobe era, but imagine talking trades when those guys were three-peating. That's ridiculous. We're in the middle of a potential 2 to 3-peat, and people talking trades on our superstars. I don't want to hear that. Go play 2K if you're that thirsty for a trade, man. We don't need that in real life. In real life, we got camaraderie, and we got good team chemistry, and we got the superstars we need to compete for titles. That's all we need. Because I feel like Kuz is about to capture the moment and get over that playoff hump any second now. I'm not that concerned about him for some reason. And the thing is, this kid can get hot at any point. Okay, he's a spark plug off the bench. The ones that I require the most from are the starting lineup. But whatever the bench can chip in on, as you can see, it can make all the difference. Tonight, it was Wesley Matthews and Alex Caruso. All right. Another night, it might be Kyle Kuzma and Montrez or Mark. It could be anybody. We're so deep that all it takes is like 1 or 2 of these spark plugs, plus our 2 superstars dominating for us to win every night. As simple as that. Now, if they could all get on the same page at the same time, and I feel like we could eventually get to that peak of our potential during the playoff series, then you're going to see the full arsenal of what this team is capable of. And I'm looking forward to it. I told you, I feel like we still haven't hit our peak yet. We're still like, we're probably at like 60% of what we're capable of. If we want to hit that 100, though, those role players have to knock down open shots. And that's basically the missing piece. That's it. That's defense solid. Oh, and we have to limit turnovers because, man, we got sloppy there in the fourth at the end. I was starting to get mad. I was like, man, I'm so happy. Lakers better win this. I don't want, you know, we kept slipping. We kept doing bad pick and roll passes. We turned the ball over like 7 straight times, and they brought it within single digits, which it shouldn't have been. But eventually we pulled away. We got to cut that out, all right? Those are bad habits, and if we were playing a better team, it could have cost us the game. So we absolutely need to start working on the little things now so that later on those kinks could be ironed out and we can actually make sure we execute down the stretch of games. My boy, he said, the general, he said, this series is like the first fight in Rocky IV. The Suns look good at first, but by the end they will die. Damn, he came out here and just laid it all out like that, huh? He said they will die. I agree, bro. Let's not be fooled. Like, a lot of people are prisoners of the moment. So when they won that first game, oh, you should have seen the foolery. I screenshotted a lot of it and kept it for receipts. As soon as we're done with the series, I'm going to post out these receipts. But you should have seen the foolery in the forums, man. They really thought they had the championship. They were like, ain't nobody stopping the Suns. Chris Paul and Booker, best backcourt in the NBA. LaMickey, you know, A. Disney. They were saying all kinds of disrespectful stuff. So I love it, though, because all this does is it fires up our 2 superstars. And look, now they're not letting their foot off the gas. Now we got Devin Booker chicken winging our players out the air, trying to get them injured. And that's how you know they're already mentally defeated. All right. If you start playing dirty, you're mentally defeated. This reminds me of when the Dallas Mavericks, when they had Dirk Nowitzki and that championship team that beat us and eliminated Kobe, Andrew Bynum, Gasol, and that team Remember when Andrew Bynum like elbowed JJ Barrera out of the air? And I was like, oh man, mentally he's checking out now. That's like a quitter move, you know. It's a low blow move, and I just think it's insane when players start doing that because to me it's like waving the white flag. You know, when you've given up on even trying and you just start pushing players, that's like saying you're better than me. Now I'm just gonna do a scumbag move and try to injure you. Like that's garbage. He said, "You guys won fair and square." Thank you, Jay Fish. I appreciate that coming from another fan base. I always respect respectful fan bases. He said, "Dan, I hope the Clippers lose to the Mavs again, just to hear Skip cry and complain." Great win today. The Suns are big babies. Absolutely, Esther. Absolutely. That I think we're all looking forward to that game tomorrow. If I could fall asleep and wake up till tomorrow at the time that the Dallas Mavericks play, I would. Dan, hope KCP is okay. Me too. That's my only concern. But the only thing that comforts me is the fact that I know we have a lot of depth off the bench. Ben McLemore could step in, Wesley Matthews could step in, Caruso could step in. So that's a good thing. But yeah, prayers up for KCP. You never like to see that. He looked like he was in excruciating pain. Like his eyes looked like they were watery. So I felt bad for him. I still can't believe we got swept by Dallas in 2011. Yeah, I don't even remember, man. I don't even remember that series. I put it in the back of my memory bank. I just remember that one move Andrew Bynum did to JJ Barrera wasn't called for. But that's it, man. That's all I remember. Is that you either with us or against us? Let's go Lake Show. All the way. If you weren't with us in our worst, don't be with us now. In the words of Lonzo when he was a Lakers. So, um, loyalty goes both ways. He said, "Do you think Steph will go to the Lakers?" I don't. I don't. I think it's all clickbait, man. I'm a realistic Laker fan. I don't be pipe dreaming. And to be honest with you, I kind of don't want him to come to the Lakers. I like earning championship trophies rather than building super teams and walking to them. Now, I'll keep it 100 with you. If the Lakers, for some reason, don't come out on top, then I'd be in favor for acquiring another star piece. But if we can win a championship with the same team again, with just a little tweaks here and there, then I would just do the same moving forward. You don't fix what isn't broke, man. You don't fix it if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm happy competing for titles. It's funner for me this way than to just dominate all the way to the finals and just stack three superstars like Brooklyn. That ain't fun to me. I don't like that at all. Vincent, he said Clippers are weird. Rondo is not playing much. The biggest acquisition, Ibaka is not playing much. Kennard, whom them paid $64 million, is not playing. What's up with their coaching staff? I mean, they figured out the truth, Vincent. And the truth is that no matter who you play, you're still the Clippers. You're gonna lose. You're gonna catch L's, and nobody told them to pay those players that much money. Come on, $64 million for Kennard? That's a joke. But hey, they're the Clippers. The Clippers are gonna clip, and it's just in their DNA, man. Curry will stay with the Warriors. I agree with that. I don't think Curry leaves the Warriors. He just seems like a franchise type player. With the franchise tag, like they do in football. This guy's going to retire a Warrior. The only way I see that switching up is if for some reason they traded all his best friends and then he gets upset and he wants to leave. Let's just say they traded Draymond and Clay, which I don't think they will. Then maybe that could open the door for Curry being, unhappy with his final years of his career. But there's a reason that they re-signed both Draymond and Clay. It's because those are, Steph Curry's brothers. And I see them trading for another star before they get rid of a star. It wouldn't make sense for them. He said, I like the Lakers. It's just that Bron and AD act like they're hurt, but they are not. Actually, Jay Fish, AD and LeBron James get banged up more than any superstar in the league. If you really watch the Lakers every single game, like me, I'm a diehard Laker fan. If you watch every single game, you will not understand that these players consistently getting bumped and bruised and hit and pushed, and a lot of times it doesn't get called. So when they're on the ground, it's for a legit reason. These players aren't as soft as the media portrays them. These are tough players, really. They call AD fragile, but all I saw was toughness tonight. He was playing on one leg and still got 34. They call LeBron James a flopper and this and that. Chris Paul flops a lot more than LeBron could even dream of. And every team, it seems like every team we play against flops and gets the call. So this is more of an NBA type problem. The flopping, I don't like it. Not even when my players do it. But there's worse teams out there. You really can't. That's almost like nitpicking and picking and choosing who you like and looking for a reason not to like them. Dan, are you surprised how good Randall got all of a sudden? Man, I wish he was still a Laker. No, I'm not surprised. I called it, man. If you were here years ago, I've been high on the Lakers core, and I said they were all going to be special. We just had to be patient. I said it from the beginning. However, I'm okay with them leaving because it got us a title. Every trade, every move we made was significant in the acquisition of Anthony Davis and LeBron. So I'm okay with that, you know? As much as I love the young talent, I don't think we would have won a championship with all of them. As good as they all were, they probably wouldn't have been able to flourish together. They had to flourish separately and in different systems under different coaching staffs. So it's nice, man, that they're flourishing, but I still love my team, bro. I wouldn't change it. As we are right now. I love it. He said, Dan, is LeBron James the GOAT or MJ? As a Laker fan, I say MJ. My GOAT is Kobe Bryant, but I do feel like when LeBron is, when it's all said and done, he will retire with 5 or 6 rings, maybe more, most likely 5 or 6. And I do think with his accomplishments, he will be the GOAT universally because he's going to break the records for assists, for scoring, for everything. And he'll have 5 to 6 championships to go with that. I mean, how can you argue that? You know, how can you argue and say that somebody who has 5 to 6 championships and he has the scoring title, the greatest of all time, and he has, you know, not only is he the greatest scorer of all time in the charts, I'm pretty sure he's going to pass everybody, maybe even Kareem. I'm just glad he's doing it in the Laker jersey because it would have hurt a lot more if he passed Kobe, Kareem, and Magic, and all these Laker legends in another jersey. So I'm very proud of LeBron James, and I do believe he will be the universal GOAT when it's all said and done. Until, and there's always somebody else that comes along. It's just the way it works. It's the way of the universe. You know, young players are learning from the future greats, and they're evolving their game, and they're coming back with an extra kick to it. So I know eventually there will be somebody who will be in that conversation and will eventually dethrone our GOATs who we grew up watching. It's just the way of the world, and you got to embrace it. You got to love the young talent. This is why I love Luka. This is why I love Trae Young. This is why I love Brandon Ingram. These are the future. These are the future record breakers. These are the future GOATs of the league. And you have to embrace young talent, man. How could you not? Jay Fish said Curry is my GOAT. I figured, bro. I see the Golden State AV. I understand. Hey, I respect it. You know. The GOAT debate is really it's based off of opinion. It's not objective, you know, it's most of the time it's very biased. It's a biased conversation, but in reality, there's no way to tell who really is the GOAT because most of these players didn't play each other in their primes. Had Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan all played in their primes in the same era, and then one of them would have came out on top with more championships, then it would have been a clear-cut answer to that. But you'll never know because they all played in different eras, different rules, different teammates, different everything. So it's all debatable. Exactly. This guy explains it perfectly. Everything Lakers 17 says, the GOAT debate is based on your own experience and is different for everyone. Absolutely. And my GOAT will always be Kobe Bryant because I was born and raised with the Lakers and I got to see Kobe's whole career from start to finish. And it was just a blessing. Okay. A blessing. So again, I absolutely agree. LeBron, I'm not reading that. He said, Dan, I'm just tuning in. What are your thoughts on the Dirty Sons? I'm about to get off, bro. I'd love to answer this question, but I pretty much covered it on my whole video. My thoughts are there's no room in this sport for this, bro. Just a quick little summary of everything I broke down. Like, why are you being such a baby? Or should I say the B word? I probably shouldn't. When the game is over, just, you know, take your L like a champ, move forward with your head up, and try to win again. It's that simple. It's no, you know, it's not science. It's not math. It's simple. It's like, why be dirty, man? You're risking somebody else's health, and you're gonna feel like crap later if they get injured. You know, why do that? So, but at the end of the day, it's just basketball, and it's all one love, man. No matter what team you root for, you know, dirty is dirty. Okay, I wasn't happy when Bynum did the chicken wing move to Berea and caught him in the ribs. I wasn't happy with that, even though we were losing. You know, I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. and I'm not happy now with what Devin did. So, but what I am happy about is that the Lakers still pulled out with a victory, and we did it in dominating fashion, even though we almost let them back in the game. Last comment before I get off. He said, "Hey Dan, ask Laker Nation where they're tuning in from." There you go. Y'all know. Drop the location, man. Let's find out real quick before we get off. I've been on here for 55 minutes, so I'm about to get off in a little bit. But I'm pretty sure you guys are watching me from around the world, and it's always a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure to find out where Laker Nation is tuning in from tonight. Before we get off, let's see. Roll call. Let's see. Cities and state, please. Long Beach, Lincoln Heights, the Philippines. That's so dope. How am I feeling about Marcus Ho in 2 games, despite that he's not scoring? He's doing a good job, man. He's using his size. He's doing a great job. I'm happy with Mark. I want to see more Trez, though. Manila, Philippines, California, Cali in the house. That's right. Orange County. Dang. Phoenix, Arizona. Candace came straight from Phoenix. I hope you don't hate me, Candace. I don't hate the Suns. I just hate the dirty tactics. Inglewood, Thailand, East Los. All right. Westwood. Dang, y'all make me feel super special, man. Tuning in from all different spots, man. Thank you guys so much for the positivity, the love, man. Keep spreading it because you guys really make somebody feel good, and it'll come right back to you. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your night. Go Lakers, baby. We executed. We got it done, and I'll see you guys right here for the next one. Now, I may or may not come and do a post-game recap depending on the outcome of the Dallas versus the Clippers tomorrow. So you might see me here sooner rather than later. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Make sure to smash the like button, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Love y'all, man. Peace out.